Here's the Kindle Basic Edition. Let's unbox it and see what it has. So this has a pretty sleek covering and a nice sturdy cover, which I'd like to retain. I don't know about you. It has. Here are a couple of user manuals. We'll put that aside for a while. Now the good thing about our Kindle is that this background that you're seeing here, it keeps on changing every time you switch your Kindle on and off. See here, they've got a lot of these backgrounds with them. So let's see what else do we have. Yeah, we have here a charging cable. Now let's take a look at the outside of the Kindle. This has got a pretty simplistic yet a sturdy design. It's very sleek, it's symmetrical, and they have this curvy sort of a thing, and you have all the round edges here for a better hand grip. Even you can hold it comfortably with a single hand. So as you can see here are three important things. This is the charging port where you can plug in your USB and you can use an adapter to charge it, or you can do that through your laptop. This is an LED. It glows green when your Kindle is full charged and it glows yellow when it's on charge. This is your power on and off button. Now let's switch it on and see. This is how your Kindle's home screen looks. Let's first take a look at what settings does it offer. These are the settings. As you can see, you can shop in the Kindle store. We even have an inbuilt vocabulary builder. We have a browser here too. Then let's look at the settings. Here we do have an airplane mode. Here you can go and select your Wi-Fi network. These are the other device options. You have a lot of parental controls and personalization options out here. And you also have a language and dictionary option. If you're not a native English language speaker, then you can probably change the languages out here. As you can see, this is the back button. Instead of having it here, they've built it on the top ribbon here. Then you have the reading options. Now here we have quite a lot of interesting options. This is the page refresh option. You have social networks here, you can do. And your social network can have Goodreads, Facebook, Twitter, a lot of things. On the main screen again, let's see what other options do we have. As per the storage, you have two options. Either you can store your books on the cloud, or you can save it on your device. It has got 4 gigabytes of storage on it. So let's try and read a book here. Yeah, so as you can see, it's got a pretty brilliant interface. The old printed page feel it's got to it, and it's got a lot of white space. It's easy on the eyes, fatigueless, and yeah, if you just pinch in, you can sort of quickly change the size of the words. Actually, the text can go this big. Or if you want, you can simply pinch down or select one of the options from here, and your text will be back to normal. For turning on the pages, you can do this. Just tap here very lightly, like this. Also, you can select a particular quote and share it on social media. You can share the quote on Goodreads, on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever you want. Now let's check out some other settings. To access the menu, you just have to tap on the center top of the screen and you have the ribbon here. You can tap on this button and just look at the settings. You have a couple of new options, as you can see, than what we had on the home screen. You also have this about this book option. It tells you about the author and things. This is the word-wise option, which is a new addition. I recently got it in an update. The word-wise option makes it highlights the tougher words in the text and gives a simpler meaning just underneath the word. So you can switch it on whenever you like. So, and also sync to the furthest page read. This option is useful if you have the Kindle app on your smartphone and other devices. You can use this to update your reading progress. Also, yeah, you have a feature here called the X-ray. This is also a pretty exciting feature. What it does is it gives you an overview of the page. Now what happens is, if you're reading multiple books at the same time, you tend to lose track of where you were in the story. So it gives you a sort of a skeleton of the story. Then let's take a look at some other features. Yeah, you have a go-to page for easy navigation. Another thing that I'd like to point out here is you have all your notes saved here. and you can also access notes taken by other Kindle users. So it's a community experience in a way. See, a lot of people have marked in notes here, which they've made public. Also, you have a couple of other options as well. Suppose you don't understand the meaning of this particular word. You just have to tap and hold, get selected, and it's got an inbuilt dictionary here. Or you can also highlight this particular word. For highlighting, you can select as much text as you want to. You just press and hold on one letter, and then you can select all the way up or down. Or I can also add a note here. It's got a pretty decent, the average keypad, and it's also got the auto suggest ribbon over here. Okay, so you can save your note. Also, we have a couple of other features. If you go into the more options section, you can check out the text on the Wikipedia if it's available and you're online. Another very exciting option is the translation option. Suppose if you're not a native English language speaker, then you can access this option and easily translate. Suppose, see, it doesn't only have the Latin letters but other scripts as well. Like I have used the Chinese traditional. Now let's see, we have the text options here. You can do whatever with the look and feel of your text. You can increase the line spacing if you want it easier on the size. You can make it denser if you don't want to keep turning the pages. You can similarly change the margins as well. Also, you can see that you don't need to close this menu to get the look and feel of how things are going behind it. You can easily see how it's changing and if you like the feel or not. You also have a couple of different fonts available here. You can use them, see, whatever. So when you're satisfied, you can just go back. Now what it doesn't have. Other expensive versions of the Kindle have a lot of other sophisticated options as well, but this basic versions lack most of them. What you have here is you can still read the text in sunlight without any glares, but what you don't have is a backlight. You cannot read text in dark. Also, you do not have parental controls as to control the time that your child spends on the Kindle, and a lot of other options as well. But at 5,909, I still think it's a decent buy. Thank you.